All right, so you have copy and pasted all of your selections from your script from the original synced transcript onto the draft document, onto the draft sequence. So you've copied everything over and now it's all in the draft sequence. So if you scroll through, you can see everything. Once you play with the cursor, it plays all of the audio at once. So it plays everything that's in a row. If you want to select just your really good audio, you can press the solo track.
By hand, but you gotta learn all of this.
This only plays everything that's in that line. The other thing that you can do is you can mute tracks by pressing the M. Again, that only plays that side. Okay, so what I like to do first is to kind of go through and clean up all my audio. So I'm just gonna listen to it and watch how many decibels are appearing on the right.
But you still gotta learn, I might be able to do it by hand, but you gotta learn all of this. Can you imagine?
It's really hovering around -21, right? So I'm just gonna select all my audio, the audio that I'm gonna play, which is just that track that's soloed. And I'm gonna use the shortcut G, which adds gain, and I'm gonna raise it about 10 decibels. So when you're looking at it, you just wanna make sure that things don't peak. So I'm gonna kind of hover over here to make sure.
Years, because I started at 35.
See, it still didn't quite peak,
I got that.
which is great, but maybe over here.
I was one of the guys that got hurt.
Still, it didn't quite peak.
And
so we're doing good.
When I was trapped in there.
So now it's a lot better. So that gain just boosts your audio, and it's a way to just do it really quickly on everything. The next thing you want to do is that you want to add audio transitions so that you can't hear the cuts. Sometimes you can actually hear a cut. So we'll try to listen and see if we can hear it.
Yeah, I'm not like the right.
So, well, you can kind of hear it, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want that. So what I want you to do is when you're editing, you can go to effects. It's gonna open up the effects panel. So now all of a sudden you can see things over here. Audio transitions, and I like to use a constant power. So I'm gonna get constant power and I'm gonna drag it in between the two. And I like to make it as short as possible. So now you shouldn't be able to hear that kind of thing as. But if you pull it really far out, you can hear the two audio clips talking over each other, which you don't want. So you want it to be kind of as short as possible. And what you might have to do is pull one in or move it over. If you don't have, you can't crossfade if it's the end of a clip. So you might have to pull a clip in a little bit more to have some room for a crossfade. So that's the longer way to do it, to go into your effects panel and select transition. What I like to do is I just highlight all my audio and I use the shortcut Command-Shift-D. Command-Shift-D, all of a sudden will put little constant powers on all of my audio, and I can go through and make them a lot smaller. So it puts them on for a default of maybe a whole second. So I'm just gonna go through and make them a lot smaller. So I'm just zooming through until I see my constant powers and I'm making them small. But every single audio, every single cut that you make on the audio should have a transition on it, because if not, you might be able to hear it, especially when you're listening to the headphones. So you should be able to hear those when you're on the headphones. So you wanna go through and make all of your audio transitions shorter. Great, okay. So you do that for your whole piece, and you wanna make sure that you can't hear the transitions in and out, so it doesn't sound like there's two voices talking over each other. Great, so your audio is pretty good to go. You might have to save a little bit of it. For example, if like this piece, if for example right here, if he had talked really fast or really loud rather, so not fast, we talked really fast, I would select just the portion where he was really loud and do gain. I might do like -2 to bring it down just a little bit. And then again, I'm going to add those audio transitions, and I'm going to make them smaller to fade in and out of that sound. So it's helpful to wear over the ear headphones because it makes audio editing infinitely easier because you can hear all of those different things that are going on.